Hello, Purpose and Power family. Please, please, please excuse my appearance today. For me, I normally like to look a little more professional when I'm on camera. That's just my own personal preference with everything that I do. But I was driving and I'm running errands today, and God laid it on my heart so heavily to get this message out today. The original recording date was not supposed to be until tomorrow, but because He laid it on my heart, I wanted to make sure that I stopped and recorded the message and got it out to you guys, because I know that it must be for someone. So the title of the message that I was called to share today is When God Takes You from Your Waiting Season to Your Winning Season. And I don't know about anybody else, but I am so excited to be walking into this winning season, because this year, it was rough. It was very rough, but we are walking into our winning season, okay? It is the last quarter of this year, and we are going to crush it and walk into this winning season proudly, okay? And just to put things into perspective, last year, God called me to step away from my career to care for my mom, who was facing some serious health challenges at the time. And that was definitely a period of transition for me, because I had to go from a director level position where I was leading several teams to, delivering groceries for people, because that was the only job that paid well enough and also offered me the flexibility that I needed in my schedule while taking care of my mom, because her health was just wasn't good, and her day-to-day was just so inconsistent. I needed something that offered me that flexibility that I could do on my own time, and the grocery delivery jobs offered me that. And on the surface, this may have seemed like a step backwards, right? Because it's like, oh man, I go from, a director level position to the grocery delivery position, which is not bad. It's just a period of transition, right? And really what I thought was a setback was really a setup, and it was God's setup. I just didn't see it yet, because during that period of transition and during that period of waiting, God was pouring so much into me, and so many things were being birthed. And one of those things was this Purpose and Power channel. And had I would have not, went through that period of transition or that period of waiting, nothing would have been birthed. So I remember when God laid the vision on my heart to start the Purpose and Power channel. And I remember saying like, no, I don't have the proper equipment. I don't have a space to do my recordings on a consistent basis in my house. And I also don't have the time. Timing is just very, very tight right now. And I don't have the time to, the time it takes to record the messages and get them out there. I just don't have the time. So I love the idea, but it's just going to have to wait. And I remember hearing God so clearly saying, we all have to start somewhere, and you have a car, and in between your deliveries, you can complete your recording. So then that way you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. You are, doing your driving and making the money for your household, but you are also walking in your purpose and serving in your purpose by recording and posting in the messages that I'm called to share during my downtime on my deliveries. So that's what I did. And now that I think back on it, if I would have let the circumstances, if I would have let fear, if I would have let pride get in my way and stop me from what God was really calling me to do, I would not be here today. I wouldn't be here today, because it would have delayed everything if it would have happened at all. And I'm not just talking about the channel. It's tons of other things, like I said, that was birthed during that period of transition and waiting that would have never came to light had I would have let, again, the circumstances, the fear, and the pride stop me. So if you are in a season where you may feel small, or things may just look uncertain and just unfamiliar, please don't despise it, because that is a time that God is pouring into you, preparing you for your greatest breakthrough. Your waiting season, it's never wasted. It is never wasted. That is really like the birthplace of where your growth, your faith, and your purpose all stems from, right? And timing is everything. It is everything. And it has to align with where He's calling you to go. So in due time, in that waiting season, you will see and begin to understand that He just wasn't having you wait. He was actually preparing you for your winning season. But you had to be patient, and you had to be ready to walk into that winning season, because how often do we think we're ready for something, but we're really not ready. So it takes preparation, and it takes him pouring into us, and then we are ready to walk into that winning season. And I know, when God laid it on my heart to start this channel, one of the things he told me was that this channel is going to do so many great things, and the people that is connected to it is going to do so many great things. So I just get so excited when, I see how everything is coming together, and I'm proud of myself for going through that waiting season and not giving up. And I say this to someone else to encourage them that if you are going through your waiting season and it seems hard and it seems difficult, please don't give up, because there is so many great rewards that are coming to you once you reach your winning season. Okay? One other thing that God laid on my heart to kind of also put out there is, if you have ever done any type of delivery service work, whether it is part-time or full-time, big shout out to you. A big shout out to you, because the delivery service work is hard. It's hard, and it takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of determination to show up each and every day. And I remember when I was doing some deliveries, and I would encounter some people who would, treat me as if I was beneath them. And although it didn't bother me much, because I would kill them with kindness and smile and walk away, because I knew what God was already doing for me. So it didn't bother me, but I couldn't help but think, like, man, we got to do better, because how often does something like that happen where we overlook the people who are working hard to service us each and every day? We overlook them, and we shouldn't overlook them. So just a little food for thought that I wanted to put out there. And I ask that if you do, have an opportunity to come across any delivery drivers, because it's a ton of different services out there, whether it's, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Instacart, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, whatever it is, please make sure that you just offer them the love and the kindness, because you never know what season someone is in their life, and it could be your love and kindness showed to them that really helps make a difference. So just please make sure that as you go about your day, that is something that we do each and every day to show up differently and pour into others. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm trying my hardest to keep these messages short, but until next time, Purpose and Power family, be purposeful, be powerful, and never settle for less than what God has promised. I'll see you guys on the next video.